Believing you are average is one of the most dangerous mindsets you can adopt. It's not just a thought, it's a narrative that shapes how you view yourself, how you approach challenges, and how you interact with the world. But let's be clear, average is not your destiny. It's not who you were born to be. The idea that you're like everyone else is a story you've either been told or have told yourself. And it's time to rewrite that narrative. From the moment you came into this world, you were unique. Your fingerprints, your DNA, your experiences, and your perspective are all one of a kind. There isn't a single person on this planet who has what you have in the exact way you do. But somewhere along the way, life started chipping away at that belief. Maybe someone said you weren't good enough. Maybe you failed at something. Or maybe you started comparing yourself to others and decided you didn't measure up. That's how the belief that you're average sneaks in. It disguises itself as humility or practicality, but in reality, it's fear. It's the fear of standing out, the fear of failing if you try to reach higher, or the fear of being criticized for wanting more. And once that belief takes root, it starts controlling your life. You settle for less. You stop dreaming big. You accept mediocrity, not because it's who you are, but because it feels safe. Here's the truth. Average is not real. It's a construct. It's a label society uses to keep people in their place, to create the illusion that only a select few are destined for greatness. But that's a lie. You don't need anyone's permission to break free from that label. The only person who can decide whether you're average or extraordinary is you. Let's talk about how this mindset works. When you believe you're average, you approach life with limited expectations. You tell yourself, I can't do that because I'm not special enough, or that's for other people, not me. And because you believe those things, you stop trying. You don't push yourself. You don't take risks. You stay in your comfort zone. And as a result, you never discover how far you could actually go. The most tragic part of this mindset is that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You believe you're average, so you act in ways that produce average results, and then you use those results as proof that you were right all along. But what if you flip the script? What if instead of believing you were average, you believed you were exceptional? What if you told yourself, I am capable of greatness, and I will not settle for less? It starts with recognizing that you'll shape your reality. If you keep telling yourself that you're average, your actions will align with that belief. But if you start affirming your potential, your actions will begin to reflect that too. The difference between someone who achieves greatness and someone who doesn't is often just a matter of mindset. The person who succeeds isn't necessarily the most talented or the most gifted. They're the person who refused to believe they were average. Another key to overcoming this belief is understanding that greatness doesn't mean perfection. You don't have to be flawless or the best in the world to be extraordinary. Greatness is about effort, commitment, and resilience. It's about striving to be the best version of yourself, not comparing yourself to others. When you stop measuring your worth against someone else's achievements, you free yourself to focus on your own journey. Believing you're average also means you've probably forgotten how much potential you truly have. I think back to a time when you accomplished something you didn't think you could. Maybe it was passing a difficult test, learning a new skill, or overcoming a personal challenge. In that moment, you proved to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. That potential hasn't gone anywhere, it's still inside you. You just have to unlock it. One of the best ways to break free from the average mindset is to start taking action. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. Start with what you have where you are and do something. Even small steps can create momentum. Each time you push yourself beyond your comfort zone, you'll build confidence and prove to yourself that you're capable of more. Surrounding yourself with the right influences is another powerful tool. If you're constantly around people who settle for less, it's easy to adopt the same mindset. But when you spend time with people who challenge themselves, who dream big, and who refuse to accept average, their energy becomes contagious. You start to see what's possible and realize that you can aim higher too. Finally, remind yourself every day that you are not average. Write it down. Speak it out loud. Make it a mantra. I am not average. I am capable of greatness. Over time, this affirmation will become your truth. And when you start believing it, you'll begin to act like it, You'll take risks, embrace challenges, and pursue opportunities you once thought were out of reach. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the belief that you can't have it. But the moment you stop believing you're average, everything changes. You step into your power. You tap into your potential. And you begin to create the extraordinary life you were always meant to live. You determine your destiny. It's not your circumstances, your upbringing, or the opinions of others that dictate your future. It's you. The power to shape your life lies entirely in your hands. And the moment you embrace that truth, everything changes. But too often, people give that power away. They allow their past to define them, their failures to limit them, and their critics to silence them. If you want to achieve greatness, you have to reclaim your authority over your life. Far too many people look at their current situation and assume it's all they'll ever have. They think, I wasn't born into privilege, or I've never been lucky. But here's the thing, your past is not your future. Where you start does not determine where you finish. There are countless stories of people who rose from nothing to achieve extraordinary success, not because someone handed it to them, but because they refused to let their circumstances define them. They decided that their destiny was theirs to create. This is the mindset you need to adopt. Stop waiting for someone to rescue you. Stop waiting for perfect conditions or for opportunities to fall into your lap. They might never come. And even if they do, they won't mean anything if you're not ready to seize them. The only way to prepare for the life you want is to take full ownership of the one you have right now. Taking ownership means understanding that you are responsible for your actions, your decisions, and ultimately your outcomes. Yes, life can be unfair. Yes, challenges will come. But blaming others or waiting for circumstances to change won't get you anywhere. If you want a different result, you have to make different choices. The power is yours, but only if you claim it. This is where mindset becomes so important. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you control how you respond. You can choose to see obstacles as excuses to give up or as opportunities to grow. You can choose to let failure defeat you or use it as fuel to try again. Every decision you make, no matter how small, is a step towards shaping your destiny. When you take full responsibility for your life, something incredible happens. You start to see possibilities where you once saw limitations. You realize that you're not stuck. You're simply standing at a crossroads. Each choice you make, whether it's to learn a new skill, take a risk, or let go of a toxic relationship, moves you closer to the life you want to further away from it. This level of responsibility can feel overwhelming at first. It's easy to blame others or external circumstances for what's not going right. But that mindset keeps you trapped. Blaming the outside world gives away your power because it implies you're not in control. Taking responsibility, on the other hand, empowers you to make a change. It puts the ball back in your court. Here's an example. Imagine you're in a job you hate. You can spend your time complaining about your boss, the long hours, or the lack of recognition. Or you can ask yourself, what can I do to change this? Maybe you decide to improve your skills so you can qualify for a better position. Maybe you network with others in your field to start applying for new opportunities. The point is, you're not waiting for someone else to fix the problem. You're taking action to fix it yourself. This same principle applies to every area of your life. Whether it's your health, your relationships, or your finances, you are the one in control. If something isn't where you want it to be, ask yourself what you can do to improve it. It might not happen overnight, and it might not be easy, but progress begins the moment you take responsibility. Believing that you determine your destiny also means ignoring the voices that tell you otherwise. There will always be people who doubt you, who think they know your limits better than you do, and don't let their opinions become your truth. Your potential isn't defined by what others see, it's defined by what you believe and how hard you're willing to work for it. Another critical aspect of owning your destiny is setting clear goals. You can't create the future you want if you don't know what it looks like. Take the time to define your vision. What does success mean to you? What do you want to achieve? Once you have a clear picture, break it down into actionable steps. Then, commit to taking those steps every day, no matter how small they seem. And remember, your journey is yours alone. Don't waste time comparing yourself to others or measuring your progress against someone else's timeline. Success looks different for everyone. And what matters most is that you're moving in the direction of your dreams. Stay focused on your own path and trust that your hard work will pay off. Finally, be patient with yourself. Taking control of your destiny doesn't mean everything will change overnight. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. But don't let those moments define you. Keep pushing forward and remind yourself that every small victory is a step closer to the life you're building. The truth is, you have everything you need to create the future you want. The power to change your life is already within you. It always has been. But you have to believe it. You have to decide that your circumstances dictate your fate. You have to take control, take action, and take responsibility. Your destiny is yours to create. No one else can do it for you, and no one else can take it away. The moment you decide to own that truth, you step into a power that is unstoppable. Your future is in your hands, so make it extraordinary. Average effort leads to an average life. This truth applies to every area of your existence, from your personal relationships to your career, your health, and your goals. The level of effort you put into something directly determines the results you'll achieve. Many people go through life wondering why they're stuck, why they're not getting ahead, and why they don't fulfill. The answer often lies in their approach. They're giving less than their best. They're putting in just enough effort to get by, but not enough to excel. When you give an average effort, you're settling. You're saying this is good enough, even when deep down, you know it's not. Think about the areas of your life where you're holding back. Maybe it's your job. You show up, do the minimum required, and count the hours until you can leave. Or maybe it's your personal goals. You have dreams, but you're only putting in half-hearted attempts to reach them. Over time, this pattern creates a life that's predictable, safe, and uninspiring. The problem with average effort is that it keeps you in a cycle of mediocrity. You're not failing outright, but you're not succeeding either. You're stuck in the middle. And that middle is where dreams go to die. The truth is, no one achieves greatness by doing the bare minimum. Success requires going above and beyond, pushing past your limits and refusing to accept mediocrity. It demands consistent, focused effort, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. One of the reasons people settle for average effort is fear. They're afraid of failure, so they don't try because if they fail, they can tell themselves they didn't really give it their all. But this mindset is a trap. The fear of failure keeps you from fully committing, and without commitment, you can never achieve your true potential. You have to be willing to risk failure if you want to succeed. That means putting in maximum effort, even when there's no guarantee of immediate results. Another reason people settle is complacency. They get comfortable with where they are and stop striving for more. But comfort is the enemy of growth. When you're too comfortable, you stop challenging yourself. And when you stop challenging yourself, you stop improving. If you want more out of life, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to be willing to push yourself beyond what feels easy or safe. Giving more than average effort isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter and being intentional with your time and energy. It's about setting clear goals, creating a plan, and committing to the process. It's about showing up every day with a mindset of excellence, no matter what you're doing. Whether it's a small task or a big project, give it your all. Treat every opportunity as a chance to grow and improve. And over time, those small efforts will add up to big results. This principle applies to all areas of life. In your career, for example, are you doing just enough to keep your job? Or are you constantly looking for ways to add value, improve your skills, and stand out? In your relationships, are you putting in the effort to communicate, connect, and nurture those bonds, or are you taking them for granted? In your personal goals, are you consistent and disciplined, or are you letting excuses hold you back? Average effort leads to average results, but extraordinary effort leads to extraordinary results. If you want to rise above the crowd, you have to be willing to do what others won't. You have to wake up earlier, stay up later, and work harder than everyone else. You have to embrace the grind, the challenges, and the setbacks, knowing that every step you take brings you closer to your goals. One of the keys to breaking free from average effort is developing a strong work ethic. A strong work ethic isn't just about working hard, it's about working with integrity, consistency, and purpose. It's about taking pride in everything you do and refusing to cut corners. It's about holding yourself to a higher standard, even when no one is watching. Another key is resilience. Life will test you. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the effort seems too much and the results seem too far away. But those moments are where growth happens. They're where you build strength, character, and perseverance. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never face challenges. They're ones who refuse to let those challenges defeat them. Giving maximum effort doesn't mean you'll always see immediate results. There will be times when it feels like you're working hard with nothing to show for it. But success is rarely instant. It's the result of consistent effort over time. Every great achievement is built on a foundation of persistence, determination, and hard work. Ask yourself this: what kind of life do you want to live? Do you want to look back and see a life filled with just enough? Or do you want to see a life where you gave everything you had? Do you want to settle for average results? Or do you want to achieve something extraordinary? The choice is yours, and it starts with the effort you put in today. I don't let fear or complacency hold you back. Don't settle for mediocrity when you know you're capable of more. Push yourself, challenge yourself, and refuse to accept average effort. Because the truth is, you're not average. You have the potential for greatness, but it's up to you to unlock it. And the key to unlocking it is simple: give it your all every single day. Every individual is born with unique gifts, talents, and abilities, yet many go through life unaware of or underutilizing these innate strengths. Believing you are average prevents you from recognizing and fully embracing these gifts, leaving your potential untapped. If you want to break free from mediocrity and truly excel, the first step is to recognize that you have something special within you. You have talents that no one else possesses in the exact same way, and those talents are meant to be discovered, developed, and shared with the world. Recognizing your unique gifts requires self-awareness. Take a moment to reflect on what you do well, what comes naturally to you, and what lights a fire in your soul. These aren't just hobbies or skills, they are clues to your purpose. Perhaps you have a knack for solving problems, inspiring others, or creating art that moves people. Whatever your gift may be, it's not random. It's a part of who you are, and it holds the key to unlocking your full potential. The challenge is that society often conditions people to conform, to fit into predetermined molds, and to prioritize safe paths over personal fulfillment. You might have been told to downplay your talents, to focus on practicality instead of passion, or to settle for a path that feels normal. But settling for what's expected rather than what's extraordinary is a disservice to yourself and to the world. The gifts you have were given to you for a reason. They are your unique contribution to the world, and no one else can offer what you can in the same way. Embracing your gifts means stepping out of your comfort zone. It means taking risks and allowing yourself to stand out. It's not always easy to showcase what makes you different, especially in a world that often values uniformity over individuality. But hiding your gifts doesn't serve anyone, it only diminishes your potential. The world needs your talent, your perspective, and your unique way of seeing things. One of the biggest obstacles to embracing your gifts is comparison. When you look at others and see their success, it's easy to feel inadequate or to doubt your own abilities. But comparing yourself to others is like comparing apples to oranges. Everyone's journey is different, and everyone's gifts are unique. The question isn't, how do I measure up to them? The question is, am I fully using what I've been given? The only competition you should be focused on is the one with yourself. Every day, strive to be a little better than you were the day before. Hone your skills, refine your talents, and push yourself to grow. The more you invest in developing your gifts, the more confident you'll become in using them. Confidence doesn't come from perfection, it comes from practice, persistence, and progress. Another critical part of embracing your unique gifts is silencing the voices of doubt, whether they come from others or from within. Not everyone will understand your vision or your potential at all, and that's okay. Your journey is not for them, it's for you. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you, and be your own biggest advocate. Remind yourself daily of your worth and your ability to create something extraordinary. One of the most powerful things about recognizing and embracing your gifts is the ripple effect it creates. When you step into your potential, you inspire others to do the same. Your courage to be authentic and to use your talents encourages others to pursue their own passions. This is how movements start and how communities grow. By fully embracing who you are, you contribute to something greater than yourself. But embracing your gifts isn't just about personal fulfillment, it's about responsibility. Your talents are not accidents. They are tools meant to be used to make a difference. Whether it's in your family, your workplace, your community, or the world at large, your gifts have the power to create impact. When you hide your talents or refuse to use them, you're not just shortchanging yourself, you're withholding something valuable from those who could benefit from it. It's also important to understand that your gifts may evolve over time. What you excel at today might lead you to discover new passions and abilities tomorrow. Be open to growth and change. Embrace the journey of self-discovery. And don't be afraid to pivot if it means aligning more closely with your true self. The path to fulfilling your potential is rarely linear, but every step you take brings you closer to your purpose. Embracing your gifts requires courage, effort, and a willingness to embrace imperfection. It's not about being the best in the world, it's about being the best version of yourself. It's about using what you have to create, inspire, and contribute in ways that only you can. The world is full of people who settle for mediocrity because they're afraid to embrace their gifts. Don't be one of them. Recognize that you were born with something special and take the time to discover what that is. Develop it, nurture it, and let it shine. Your gifts are your power, and they are the key to unlocking a life of meaning, purpose, and impact. Remember, no one else can do what you can do in the way you can do it. You have something to offer that no one else does. So stop doubting, stop comparing, and stop holding back. Step into your power. Embrace your gifts and let the world see what you're capable of. You're not here to be average, you're here to be extraordinary. Surrounding yourself with the right people can completely transform your life. The company you keep plays a significant role in shaping your mindset, behavior, and ultimately your success. If you're striving to rise above mediocrity, it's essential to evaluate the relationships in your life and ask yourself, are the people around me pushing me forward or are they holding me back? Your environment is powerful. The attitudes, beliefs, and habits of those closest to you have a way of influencing your own. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and low expectations, it's nearly impossible to maintain the motivation and confidence needed to reach your goals. On the other hand, if you're surrounded by people who are driven, optimistic, and supportive, their energy can inspire you to aim higher and work harder. One of the first steps to elevating your circle is recognizing the difference between those who uplift you and those who drain you. Uplifters challenge you to be better, encourage your dreams, and hold you accountable. They celebrate your victories and help you learn from your setbacks. Drainers, on the other hand, may belittle your aspirations, discourage you from taking risks, or simply bring negativity into your life. While it's not always easy, distancing yourself from draining relationships is crucial if you want to grow. It's important to note that elevating your circle doesn't mean abandoning people entirely or cutting ties harshly. It means being intentional about where you invest your energy and attention. Spend more time with those who inspire you and less time with those who pull you down. This might mean seeking out mentors, joining groups of like-minded individuals, or reconnecting with people who share your values and goals. When you surround yourself with people who are striving for greatness, their ambition becomes contagious. You see them setting goals, taking action, achieving results, and it motivates you to do the same. Their success doesn't intimidate you. It shows you what's possible. They remind you that hard work and dedication pay off, and they encourage you to stay committed to your own journey. These individuals don't just inspire you, they challenge you. They push you to think bigger, work harder, and step out of your comfort zone. They don't let you settle for less than you're capable of, and they're not afraid to give you honest feedback. This kind of accountability is invaluable. It helps you stay focused and keeps you from slipping back into complacency. Elevating your circle isn't just about finding people who can help you, it's also about becoming someone who uplifts others. Relationships are a two-way street, And if you want to attract achievers into your life, you need to bring value to the table as well. Be the kind of person who supports, encourages, and challenges those around you. Show up for others the way you want them to show up for you. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect or have everything figured out. It simply means being intentional about your interactions and striving to bring positivity, honesty, and effort into your relationships. When you're consistently adding value to others, you'll naturally attract people who do the same. It's also important to recognize that some relationships are seasonal. Not everyone who starts the journey with you will finish it with you. And that's okay. As you grow and evolve, your needs and priorities will change. Some people will naturally drift away and others will step into your life at just the right time. Embrace this process and trust that the right people will find you as long as you're staying true to your path. Keep in mind that elevating your circle isn't always about finding people who are more successful or accomplished than you. It's about finding people who share your values, who believe in your potential, and who are committed to growth. Sometimes the most valuable relationships are with those who are on a similar journey, facing similar challenges, and striving for similar goals. These connections can provide support, camaraderie, and a sense of shared purpose. In addition to seeking out supportive relationships, consider the influence of the media and content you consume. Books, podcasts, videos, and social media can also be a part of your circle of way. Choose content that inspires and challenges you, and be mindful of how it affects your mindset. Surrounding yourself with positive influences extends beyond your personal relationships. It's about curating an environment that consistently reinforces your goals and aspirations. Elevating your circle also means being open to learning from others. The people around you have valuable insights and experiences that can help you grow, but only if you're willing to listen and learn. Approach your relationships with humility and a genuine desire to grow. Ask questions, seek advice, and be receptive to constructive criticism. Finally, don't underestimate the power of gratitude. When you find people who support and inspire you, let them know how much you appreciate them. A simple thank you or acknowledgement can go a long way in strengthening your connections and building lasting relationships. In the end, the company you keep is a reflection of your standards, your priorities, and your vision for your life. If you want to achieve greatness, you need to surround yourself with people who believe in greatness too. Be intentional about who you let into your life and don't be afraid to raise the bar. The right circle will push you, support you, and celebrate with you as you rise to new heights. Believing in yourself isn't just a motivational catchphrase, it's a powerful force that determines the course of your life. Your self-belief shapes how you perceive challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. It influences your decisions, your actions, and ultimately your outcomes. If you don't believe in your ability to succeed, you've already put a limit on what you can achieve. But when you cultivate unshakable confidence in yourself, you unlock a mindset that can carry you through even the toughest moments. Self-belief begins with the way you think about yourself. Too often, people let doubt and fear dictate their actions. They tell themselves they're not smart enough, talented enough, or lucky enough to achieve their dreams. These thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies. If you keep telling yourself you're incapable, you'll find reasons to give up whenever things get hard. That's why it's crucial to change the narrative in your mind. Start replacing negative self-talk with affirmations of your worth and potential. When you believe in yourself, you take ownership of your life. You stop blaming circumstances, other people, or bad luck for your struggles. Instead, you recognize that your success or failure depends on your decisions and efforts. This mindset shift is liberating. It puts the power back in your hands and allows you to approach challenges with determination rather than resignation. Self-belief doesn't mean you'll never have doubts or fears. Those feelings are natural, especially when you're stepping outside your comfort zone. But believing in yourself means you don't let those doubts control you. You acknowledge them, but you push forward anyway. It's about trusting that you can handle whatever comes your way, even if you don't have all the answers right now. Confidence in yourself grows when you take action, even when you're uncertain. Each time you try something new, face a fear, or overcome an obstacle, you prove to yourself that you're capable. These small victories build momentum and reinforce your belief in your abilities. It's not about being perfect or achieving instant success. It's about showing up, putting in the effort, and learning along the way. Many people struggle with self-belief because they're too focused on the end goal. They see how far they still have to go and feel overwhelmed or discouraged. But success isn't a straight line, and it doesn't happen overnight. Instead of fixating on a final destination, focus on the steps you can take today. Celebrate progress, no matter how small, and remind yourself that every step forward is proof of your resilience and determination. Believing in yourself also requires letting go of the need for external validation. So it's easy to tie your confidence to the opinions of others because this is a shaky foundation. Not everyone will understand your vision or support your journey, and that's okay. You don't need their approval to pursue your goals. What matters is that you believe in yourself, even when no one else does. Another key aspect of self-belief is the willingness to embrace failure. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Every successful person has experienced made mistakes and faced obstacles. What sets them apart is their refusal to let failure define them. They use it as a learning opportunity, a chance to grow and improve. When you believe in yourself, you see failure as temporary and surmountable, not as a reflection of your worth. Your environment also plays a role in cultivating self-belief. Surround yourself with people who encourage and uplift you. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who inspire confidence and push you to keep going. At the same time, distance yourself from those who constantly doubt or criticize you. How it's important to be open to constructive feedback. You don't need negativity from people who don't have your best interests at heart. Believing in yourself isn't just about thinking positively, it's about taking action that aligns with your goals and values. When you set clear intentions and work toward them consistently, you build trust in yourself. You prove to yourself that you're reliable, capable, and committed. Over time, this trust becomes the foundation of your confidence. Another way to strengthen self-belief is by reflecting on your past achievements. Think about the challenges you've overcome, the skills you've developed, and the goals you've already accomplished. These are all evidence of your ability to persevere and succeed. Use them as reminders of what you're capable of when doubt creeps in. Believing in yourself also means being kind to yourself. Self-doubt often comes from harsh self-criticism, so it's important to practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same encouragement and understanding that you would offer to a friend. When you make mistakes, don't dwell on them or use them as proof of your inadequacy. Instead, focus on what you can learn and how you can move forward. Ultimately, believing in yourself is a choice. It's a decision you make every day to trust in your abilities and your potential. It's not about being arrogant or pretending you have all the answers. It's about having faith in your capacity to learn, grow, and succeed. When you truly believe in yourself, you approach life with a sense of possibility. You're willing to take risks, try new things, and pursue your dreams with passion and purpose. You stop holding back out of fear or doubt, and you start showing up as the best version of yourself. This mindset doesn't just benefit you, it inspires others as well. When people see you pursuing your goals with confidence and determination, they're encouraged to believe in themselves too. Your self-belief creates a ripple effect, spreading positivity and empowerment to those around you. No matter where you are right now, know that you have everything you need to succeed. The only thing standing between you and your goals is your willingness to believe in yourself. So make the choice to trust in your abilities, take action toward your dreams, and refuse to let doubt hold you back. Your potential is limitless, but it's up to you to unlock it.